Happy Monday, YouTube. Today is Monday, April 1st. It's a rainy day in Pittsburgh. The good news is the Buccos are in first place and are undefeated, so we're really happy for our Pittsburgh Pirates. And today is April Fool's. I don't got any April Fool's jokes for you today, folks. This is all serious business. But I'm here to help you get through the buying process. So on Friday, we talked about a roadmap of the buying process. So from our first meeting that you and I have to all the way to the closing table. And we mentioned some dates and timelines that are pretty important in the sales agreement. So when we do have an executed sales agreement, and that means you have signed and the seller has signed. Everybody has agreed to the initial terms on the agreement and we've done some negotiations. We have some dates that we do need to stay in touch with and stay close to, but don't worry. I'm going to walk you through all those dates and make sure that you keep track of all of those dates so that we hit all those dates. The first one's super easy. Remember the hand money we talked about? So it's a good faith statement on your part that you are a serious buyer. That hand money, we have 5 days to turn it in. Just meet you, you get me a check, it goes into the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services escrow account, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, we're done with that. As soon as we have that executed agreement, I'm going to send an introductory email to your lender of choice, whether it's Ryan or someone else. Also your closing company of choice, whether it's Everest Settlement or someone else, and the listing agent, introducing the sale. Hey, we have this sale. These are the terms, right? So just so they could start their files on the transaction. So then the next thing we need to worry about is you have 7 days to complete a mortgage application with your lender. They're going to ask you a lot of information. They're going to dive deep into your finances. Information I am not privy to. But this is something that we have to stay close to that 7-day window, right? So we have to get that done within 7 days. And I'll just make sure, give you slight nudges letting you know that, hey, we're on a timetable and we need to get that done. One of the other things that we talked about is a mortgage commitment date. This is the date that the lender says to me, to the listing agent, that, hey, you are in fact approved for this mortgage, typically about a week before your closing. So we want to stay close to that date and make sure that we keep that date in mind throughout the whole transaction. The next thing we have to look at is you have between 10 and 18 days, and we pick the date, the amount of days when we submit the first agreement. So you have that time to call your home inspector, set an appointment, and go to the house with the home inspector. Always remember that you want to be there for this because this is the time that you're going to get to know your house with your inspector. Keep in mind too, your inspector's main job is to protect you as the buyer. So they're going to look at the house, they're going to take you through the house, and they're going to talk to you about things that they feel maybe need fixed. In our next installment on Friday, we're going to take a deep dive into a home inspection and what you can expect from a home inspection. So a home inspector knows a little bit about a lot, right? So they might tell you, hey, you know what, your roof has a little bit of wear. You have the right to bring in a roofer to look at that roof and to evaluate it and let you know exactly what you're getting into with that roof. So we have to have our reply to the inspections, the date that however many days that we choose on the sales agreement. So we're going to say 10 days for this video, right? So you have 10 days to have your inspection done, have your roofer come in if you choose, and then we reply to the inspection. And we give a list of items that we want fixed or repaired or replaced to the seller. The seller can do all, none, or some. But we have a negotiation period. So we have to reply within that 10 days, and then we have 5 days to negotiate, right? So we have 5 days to negotiate what the seller is going to do. And then we have a 2-day, call it a cooling off period. In these 2 days, everybody just stops and just thinks about what you want to do. Do you want to accept what the seller is offering? Do you want to go back and maybe do something else? Or do we want to just walk away and go to another house? These are all things that we are going to talk about in depth during the transaction. So we have that to do. And then once we agree, then we move forward, right? So we just move forward to the transaction, through the transaction. Another date we need to keep in mind, if you are buying a townhome or a condo, the seller has, at their expense, 15 days to order, it's called a resale certificate. It is only for condos and townhomes that have homeowners associations. They have that 15 days to order that resale certificate, but immediately we are going to order what's called a condo questionnaire. That is for the lender. So the condo association completes it for the lender. And it just gives the lender information on what kind of insurance they have, what their budget is like, just different things that the lender needs to fully fund the mortgage. All of that is totally normal and typical going into a homeowners association. But I don't want you to worry about any of these dates because I am on it. I will give you gentle nudges throughout the process, make sure that you have what you need, make sure that you're on these dates so that we can work through them and stay close to them and hit all these dates. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative, and I will see you on Friday when we take a deep dive into the home inspection. Have a great